Hey guys, I'm mrs.brain.thang. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and like my page on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like this video, go ahead and like the video. And if you don't, okay. So, I'm going to try to make this video really quick. I say that all the time. I've been doing pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to try to keep this video short and get all my details in here. So, the last time I spoke to you, I said I was going to try and see my ophthalmologist before I saw my new neurologist. Well, that didn't work out. I decided to go ahead and follow through with my appointment with my neurologist. So I went, and I'm not going to say his name because I didn't get permission, but it was nice. It was nice. I saw him, and he knew what Chiari malformation was. He went ahead and ordered some new MRI scans just to see why I'm still having headaches or whatever, which is still common. Like he said, everything is still healing. So having headaches still after the surgery is not necessarily a problem or a big deal. But he did, since my optic nerve on my right side was still swollen and I was still having those problems, he wanted to just follow up on that to make sure everything was okay. Yeah, because remember what we were looking at about 2 videos ago, my surgeon and my ophthalmologist was concerned that I might need to get a shunt placed. So yeah, he wanted to go ahead and check on that optic nerve. He went ahead and told me to see my ophthalmologist and to get the new MRI scans. Also, what he did some weird neck thing. Like, he checked my scar and he pressed his fingers in there and told me that I had a compressed nerve, which is probably why I was having so much pain. But he couldn't necessarily narrow it down to that unless I had the new MRI scans. So he did place me on medicine for the nerve, for inflammation, and some other medicine just to help with that nerve compression. It's almost like, it's not a muscle relaxer, but it's something kind of like that, but specifically just for nerves. So I'm not going to tell you the medicine, because I'll tell you in a minute. But yeah, I was placed on 2 different medicines. So now that last medicine that's supposed to be like to help with the muscles so the compression doesn't happen again, also makes you sleepy at night, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing, because when I go to sleep, it takes me, I'll lay in the bed at one time, but it'll take me an hour or 2 to actually get to sleep because my thoughts are still rolling. So yes, I took the medicine. Everything was going okay, I felt like, in the beginning. Besides, like, it did make you tired, so I was going to bed at a certain time. But I almost felt like I was getting more headaches. And also, I had 2 bad dizzy spells on the medicine. Like, I was going to brush my son's teeth and I'm walking to the bathroom and I got so dizzy, it made me nauseous. And I couldn't even, I had to lay in bed and didn't get up until the next day. Like, it was really bad. So, yeah, I saw my ophthalmologist and it was fine. I went and did my visual field and all that. And so my right optic nerve still is more inflamed, I guess is the word I'm looking for, inflamed than my left optic nerve, but there still is not severe enough that we're thinking about placing a shunt right now, which is good because you've been following me long enough to know that I'm not interested in getting another surgery. Okay, so with that information, and plus I did the MRI, and the MRI didn't show anything new as far as brain swelling, any of that stuff. So I went back to see my neurologist as a follow-up, and he said, okay, well, that's good. So let's go ahead and up the medicine that you're on, just, to still help with that nerve, and that'll help with the headaches and everything. And I told him my concern about how it was making me really dizzy, and it was messing with my stomach, and also I felt like it was giving me more pain. And he told me that the side effects of that medicine isn't like those things, those symptoms I was having was not any of the side effects. So I probably shouldn't be concerned, or they weren't related. So in other words, dizziness wasn't a side effect of the medicines I was on. And nausea and the headaches wasn't a side effect. So I went ahead and at that point took his word for it, right? And because like I said, he's a good doctor. He was nice. So I took his word for it. I kept taking the medicine. And at this point, it's about 2 months. I was about 2 months in. Because all this happened since my last video, which was about 2 months ago. So, yeah. And one day, I had the worst headache kind of like of my life. I mean, when I tell you all I could do was lay down, that was it. Like, I was just walking through the house, and I came into my bedroom, and I forget what I was going to do, but that pain, it almost felt like 2 rods just went straight through my head. It kind of made me fall back on the bed. And I stayed on that bed for about 4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours. I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't eat lunch. At that point, I was getting up. It was morning. So I was getting up to make breakfast. So I went up to the kitchen and I turned on my coffee maker, my Chiari. And I came back here for something. I can't remember what I came back here for. But at that point, I fell down and my heart started racing. I mean, it was going, when I checked my Fitbit, it was like at 150 and I was doing nothing. I mean, it was super duper scary. And what I'm forgetting to tell you is one of the other side effects I was telling him about was that my heart was racing. It's like I was at work, like pretty much doing nothing. I'll sit at my desk and, look at the paperwork and whatever I was working on. And my heart would be at like 140. I mean, I was sweating. I was doing absolutely nothing to get my heart rate up that high. So anywho, yeah, so I fell on the bed and my heart was racing. It was at like 150. I mean, I really thought that I was going to meet Jesus in the air at that point. I mean, that's not even a joke. So I text my mom to let her know that, hey, I'm in a lot of pain right now. Like, I'm in a lot of pain and my heart is racing. Like, I text her just straight out of fear, just so I could tell somebody that, I don't know, I was not doing good. So she looked up the side effects of this medicine. And usually I'm good at looking into medicines or whatever. But like I told you in my last video, I've been moving. It's been so much going on in my life that I don't know how I managed to not look up the medicine I was taking. But yeah, somehow that slipped. I don't know how that happened. But either way, my mom looked it up and all the stuff that I was suffering from was right on that list of things that can happen when you're on that medicine. I mean, it was like it could do heart damage, all types of stuff. So I'm not going to post the medicine, or I'm not going to tell you the medicine in this video just because I don't want any problems. So if you're curious to what medicine it was, you guys know how to get in contact with me. Go ahead and message me and I'll be happy to. I still have the medicine. I'm looking at a table over there that the pills are on. I still have it, which I'm not taking it. But yeah, if you just need to know what medicine that was, message me and I will let you know. I mean, it was really bad. So at that point, I stopped taking the medicine, which one, I couldn't even take it because I was laid out. My husband wasn't home. I was here by myself thinking I was just about ready to die. So yeah, it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. So at that point, when I felt the headache was almost subsiding, I got up and took one of my old medicines that my neurosurgeon gave me back in the day. And so, I mean, that medicine works really fast. But after that initial pain went away, my body was so weak and my heart rate only went down to about 137, 138. So it wasn't at the 150 it was on, but it was still going pretty fast for me just laying on the bed for 5 hours. And so I managed to make my way to the bathroom because I haven't been to the bathroom or anything. So I made my way to the bathroom. laid back down, and like I said, the headache was gone, but I was weak from being in pain all that time. Like, I mean, it was like tears, like my eyes were just watering. It was really bad. So I'm scheduled to go back to see him in November. At this point, I'm going to be honest with you and tell you, I don't plan on going. Now, I mean, I could go and just tell him that the medicine's not right for me, and he could probably put me on something else. But after talking to my mom and just thinking about it, I don't know. I think what I'm going to do, and another thing I did after I managed to get off the bed and snap out of that whole thing, which probably took a good 8 hours, is that I decided to detox my body from all that medicine. So I started drinking just tea, vegetables. I was eating clean for a good 2 weeks to get that out my body. And when I tell you I felt better after all that medicine was out my body, I've been taking that medicine for 2 months. I mean, I felt really good after all that was out my system. So right now, what I want to do is try to go the natural route and taking care of my body and my brain. So if you follow me on Facebook, you know that, one, my dad's a minister, and also my dad also has a brain thing. So he doesn't have Chiari malformation, but he does have a brain thing. And I'll save that story for probably another video, because this video is almost already at 12 minutes. But I say that to say he's had this brain thing since he was at the age of 16. So he's done a lot of research. He knows his stuff, and he take care of his body the natural way through recipes and all this other stuff that he does, vitamins. I can't even really describe all of it. He knows more than I do. So what I've been doing since that last incident was clean eating and using natural remedies to care for the pain, my head pain. And since I've been doing that, I've actually only had about 2 good, like, kind of like bad headache days, but it wasn't really that bad. It hasn't gotten severe enough. I just took a goody powder and it was gone. So it wasn't like some type of big old head pain type of thing. So what the natural things I've been doing seems to be working as far as like the inflammation in my head and all that stuff. So right now, I don't plan on seeing him in November. Right now, I plan on listening to my body and doing the things that work and eating the things that work and doing research. So my plan is to, down the road, share this information with you and even try to get my dad in a couple of these videos, because he has a lot of knowledge about brain things. So he was able to help me with figuring out what I should be eating, what I shouldn't be eating, what I should be putting in my body, what I shouldn't be putting in my body. So I want to really get him on a couple of videos to talk to you guys about all types of brain things. Even it's not just Chiari malformation. There's plenty of brain things that people go through. And still, there's illnesses in your body, like say high blood pressure, all types of stuff that triggers pain in your head. But I'm getting off topic, but I'm kind of on topic. What I'm trying to say is I'm not going to see my neurologist in November. I don't plan to, but I will do an update video with you guys to let you know how it's going. I will be sharing what I'm doing. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, please. And on my next couple of videos, I do want to start recording my journey of going the natural route, to taking care of my body and taking care of my brain. Because if your brain isn't, if your brain is out for the count, so is your whole body, okay? So, I think that's it for right now. I think that was about everything I wanted to cover, and we're almost 15 minutes in this video. So that probably didn't go as fast as I really wanted to go. But go ahead and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You know how to get in contact with me if you need me. You can message me. Some people have my personal number. That's cool if you follow me on my personal page. And I guess I'll update you guys probably towards the end of the year, November and December. Okay? I'll see you guys next time.